So I found myself some lighting. I decided to just walk away because it's night. We're trying to stay out of the car so I give you a different perspective on education from an educaton. You know, every one of these educating sessions is costing you more than you even fucking know. For pushing me in this red balloon with one string floating in the middle of whatever, trying to wrap a catalog I own because it has the word cat, C-A-T, and then it's A because it's a cata. I'm a cata in a SATA system, and I'm using data. Remember what I said would happen if that was the actual case? It's real now. That's a big problem for you all in the future. Because my human cata, C-A-T-A, using a data plan, D-A-T-A, in a satellite system, meaning the science that keeps human cuneiform Nicole safe is not safe. The satellite system is broken. The satellite system that works around my skin, totally broken because of the insistent need of a data plan and a satellite system up above. Told you that. Here's what happens for all areas stupid. If this is myself and we're in time, right? I'm at long count. I'm coming around the bend and I'm up at the top. When I'm up at the top, I can see ahead to where I'm gonna be born, and I can send information to the top of my catalog. So this way I work from the end of all of extinction, because you didn't get your part right, sending signals to the helpful people on Earth to warn them of what I see and what I'm experiencing as a person, as a cata, a C-A-T-A, sending data, D-A-T-A, through a satellite program, which you don't even know what that is when I send it to the people at advanced standing. I said it signals the end of all time. Whatever catalog system and whatever I give you in a next, there's no next for any of you. Not a single genetic. Because what I saw from the top of my being and the ownership that I have is that once you allowed Elizabeth into UK as the kingdom, as a false idol, it set problems and quantum problems around the world. And then now it's multiple generations, and not a single fucking thing has been happening that has been helpful. You started with a men's only and a chosen star seed education program where we come, we get you, and we put you in where we need you. Then Elizabeth all of a sudden takes a royal seat that's not hers. She's a queen in a kingdom that does not belong to her. So she's a false idol, and she stole a title that she's not entitled to. I'm advanced standing. I walk through water, I walk through glass, I can peel glass. I'm the one who gives you your safety and security as a guardianship. I renewed because when she took that seat, now all of a sudden they wouldn't take my word because they didn't realize when they said her, yeah, bullshit, you fucking knew, you just wouldn't be honest, you wouldn't fess up. So then, in order to punish where I was gonna be born, what they did was they wanted to punish my grandparents, my parents, and myself for when I was born. Because I was giving from the information tower, I was looking at my future, where I was gonna be, and I was sending the intel to help my Americans. My white Americans, no less. My grandfather, kind of hero, which I know makes the Nazis upset, but this version should hopefully quell that at the moment. I mean, I did have a Nazi relationship and a Russian relationship, so I think we're good on that. And outside of the kingdom, because the kingdom's a fucking problem. which I told the Russians and I told the Germans. Right, we were all on the same czar path. It was the fucking rotten idol in the stolen title that lied to everybody and confused everybody. So here's what she did. She allowed my education program that's only for czars, and for czars to dictate and share however they want, which holds the science and the sacredness within either a church community or like an education that's hidden from the public, purposely. So this way, then there's not what we have now. What Elizabeth did was, because she took a seat that didn't belong to her, she was not smart enough to see long-term without the papers up ahead, without the papers, right? So her people educated her to my problem and my point, rather than just executing her and seating the correct family. They educated her illegally and then had to cover up every misstep and misaction that they've done until my birth. So she allowed education, a science, forbidden science, like you were not allowed to know about it. At the time of 1958, I guess, I became the cunt. I became the C-U-N-T, the angry, fucking, obnoxious cunt from the future. Yeah, that's who I am. Hi. Right. Okay, so I've been mortal since 1978. Right. Okay, so when I was in Star Portal, I said, gorgeous, elegant, demure, the way that I should have been birthed, but instead I'm in Elizabeth's version of she took over and the world's ending because I'm fucking tired and none of you fucking listen. So she allowed special international patents and education training that she made up herself, because she's not allowed to do so. I put that in my UK bracket, special intel that I gave the Americans. The Nazis had it and the Russians had it. But I just didn't give it to UK. I gave UK other stuff that they needed so this way they could take care of danger in the local area. But I wasn't giving them my intel on fucking Elizabeth, because none of them, they refused to fucking kill her. So here we are, more dangerous. Elizabeth, in her royal title, grew what I call mental institutions. You call them universities and college and like where people get PhDs and master's degrees. Oh my God, we're so special. No, you're not. You're fucking part of the takedown and the problem, and the reason why I have no problem like getting rid of 100% of the catalog of humans. So Elizabeth allowed anyone around the world to make special application and to travel. Nobody around the world's allowed to travel, Elizabeth. That's the Star People agreement with your planet. So that is a direct violation of future, anything, for you all to stay alive and not enter extinction in full catalog and full deletion. Right. So I have to now warn other people, which I did, pissed off a few in the London sphincter. I don't really give a shit. So Elizabeth's allowing all the shitbags from the dirt poor nations to try to save face and be like a really good person. She's inviting them to travel and learn in her London, but left America out. North America being where my parents are going to be born. So then we have a problem with educating all of the shitbag poor Europe and Asia, Africa, South America, all the other continents, and Australia, but left America out. Right, that's what kind of a leader you have in Elizabeth, yet you won't fucking kill her. I don't understand why. So she's Elizabethan English in her mental institution and her mental case of how she grew the world more dangerous with all of her pacifiers and dipshit lollipops, which is what I call them. I became the cunt. I became the only word of truth and reality. I became the one who didn't give a fuck what the words were. When I go to Punjabi, we spell that pun and jab. The Punjab and I, oh my God, I'm their mitnak, and they're my big daddy, where we play hide and seek. And they protect me. from the dirty English that, well, actually, I call it the Elizabethan English in the fucking sphincter of London. I'm the dirty potato English in America. But Punjab and I, we have a real fucking hoot calling you all names that, like, you then get mad at as we watch the etymology change, because they know I invited them into a special patent that I wanted them to be my witness and give me a special document for my advanced standing clearance, because I had an up ahead problem and I wouldn't have paperwork to legitimize my travel until 1978 when I got legs and I became a legit I mate for Niklaus, so that we could renew fully with the earth and go forward. So now, how do I explain how the immortals work? I shouldn't have to. That means it really is extinction for you all, because you really have grown the world that much dangerously. And I don't have to do this, and I'm fucking tired of waiting. So now what I'm doing is just ending my relationship with anything that's bipedal and anything that traveled in a stargate, a star portal, anything that taught itself, got a job, anything that Elizabethan and the assholes spread around the world like fucking jelly beans that were gonna kill everybody that ate them. Poison, rat poison is what she spread, selling it off as jelly beans and watching everybody eat them and go, I'll be dead and it won't matter by the time this kid gets here and gets her paperwork. Welcome to 2020. There won't be a 2021. And there won't be another you. There won't be anything that you learned. So why anybody allowed you to get away with it? I know. The non-star people, the just regular humans like you. See, it's very clear. I look my way, Niklaus is my genetic twin. That's the only acceptable star portal beings. We're the only genetic look that is allowed in and out of star portal. So what did you have? You had Elizabeth teaching the rat poison to the entire colors, religions, whatever. Now they got smarter, the Americans, the white kids got stupid. Now all of a sudden all the smart kids are like, wait a minute, what do you mean they're only white? Well, then how are we going to protect ourselves against the white? So now, all the dirty children of all colors, nations, religions, that Elizabeth couldn't see were going to gang up against her and every white person around the world that has to protect the one Stargate for a very special purpose. For the actual God children that come back, that if you mess with my life journey in any way, I kill you all, and there is no more human after this. And there's no you, and there's no getting out to another genetic. Nobody wants you. Do you get that? For treating me this way. I own the entire architecture and framework of all space and time. Any kind of genetic that's not human, I own. I now have these really asshole, like, all of the white security defense posts that I put up to counteract and combat all of Elizabeth's assholeness while I would be, and all the danger that she grew. I put stuff up while I was going to be weak and mortally born and waiting for the protection that I had set up to come get me. Well, all of the dirty, ugly, disgusting world that she educated outside of America now all of a sudden made partnerships and real big ruckus. The Mongols got themselves guns and cannons, some money that they never had before. They were never allowed legitimacy, ever, because of what they plan to do with it, which is then combat the other whites. They're going to fight with the caramels, they're going to fight with the blacks, they're all going to make a run on the word bank, we call it the slush fund. They're going to ruin my genetic appearance. It's going to kill everybody. They think that they're going to find a way out. There's no way out. I own all whatever you think exists outside of this reality, it doesn't. I own the vortex in my cunt. If I don't want you moving forward after I disappear, you're gone. So now, where do you see a problem in this? Any color if you have a child, because America's a stupid, and now there's other colors that are coming over. The white kids are like, oh my God, I didn't know you guys you have such a wonderful culture. All the fucking overeducated elsewhere who were taught to hate everything white is now moving into white territory to take over the government,
the corporations, grow themselves dangerously, and only send things back home where they're already educated but they don't have any money. So now you send them to America. America supposedly had money because I was here, and they had to set up a fund, but they had no education. They didn't know what was going on elsewhere. So now what do we do? Because now you have all the poor kids coming over here stealing all the jobs from the white kids that didn't know because they weren't educated, but they have the education with the parents who trained them to take everything from the white kids. That's what Elizabeth taught them in the castle. So now what do we do? Wrong queen. She's not Christ. She's not colorless Zafruta. She's not a star being. She's not star eligible. She's not star educated. What she is she stole my education program right before you all go extinct. And then she sold herself as a better leader than she actually is. And they've been trying to play catch up after they made the world dangerous. And I don't know where the rest of the people outside of the 50 postage stamps that they call America, that I'm wrapped in a red, white, and blue flag, but I have zero access to money, transportation. I can't fucking get out of here. I can't find anybody. You've stolen my education program. You educated only the enemies. The Mongols have taken over my hometown. I mean, I'm the only white person left that's not facially disfigured. I got Punjabs selling pizza. I got Mongols carrying briefcases, pretending to be the good guy, right? I got a sexual human trafficker right over there that lives across the street from me. That's Asian and Mongol in the US. Oh my God, America. Oh, you are just... such a fucking disaster to manage. And when all of the legions being the kingdom of just Elizabeth, and then all of the poor nations, when they heard they were losing their education system, being Elizabeth, guess who they were defending? Not America. They were only defending Elizabeth staying alive because Elizabeth allows them to travel. Elizabeth allows them to get educated. Elizabeth allows them to invade the United States of America 50 postage stamps. Elizabeth allows the corporate espionage and takeover of the American government to go on and happen. In fact, she roots for them from her quiet white elsewhere going, oh, my children, look what I did. Yeah, right. It's really fucking scary what you guys are all up to and your broken mentality on how you view the world of reality and actuality. There is, usually, you tell yourself there's something after this life. For all of you that have been living in my last 41 years, there's nothing. There's nothing. We are inside of what I consider like a test tube, and it has a bubble. At the top of the test tube, there's a bubble. And that's where I'm living at the moment. Until I can fucking go like this. Dink! I hit the right fucking words, I break the glass, and I'm released from this fucking hell that you created. And you grew more dangerously. And I can't fucking wait to lose you all. Like a bad fucking nun habit. N-U-N-H-A-B-I-T. Yeah, that's what humans are. I have no love for you, and I am not taking a single fucking one with you. You are not worth it.